I'd like to give a great big shout out to all my subs. Thanks so much for all the support. And if you like what you see, then hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. To start, you'll need to gain access to the map, Crossroad, and Onslaught Containment. Check for a link in the description to a video on how to gain access to this map as well as other unreleased Onslaught Containment maps. You're going to need a friend to help you gain access to the map, but you can play on the map solo if you want. But it does help having a friend since they will be able to pick up the perks that you might not be able to reach. Just make sure that they rejoin the party before you select the map you want to play on. Now, if you play a lot of multiplayer, then you may recognize a certain section of this map, but most of it will probably look new to you. Once the waves get higher, then you're going to want to make your way over to these tanks. The zombies will be forced to come from one direction, except for the ones that spawn on the tank with you. Standing on the cap will freeze the zombies in place, including the bosses. Just make sure you watch out for that one zombie that will spawn on the cap with you. If you are playing on a team, then the zombies will head back to the orb instead of being frozen, which can be handy if the orb is spawned nearby, or if you become overwhelmed. The boss will stay near the orb if it is far away from the tanks, so you'll need to return to the orb to kill the boss. They will drop random perks, and we need the perk PHD Slider. Make sure that it is leveled up to tier 4 or higher. Toxic growth could also be useful since most of the zombies will have to come from one direction. Keep killing bosses until you eventually get PHD Slider. Once you have it, head to this location and look for this tower. We will be glitching in right here. You're going to want to jump, hold slide while in the air, and pause right before you hit the ground. Make sure you are pausing right before you hit the ground or just as you are touching it. You also need to be very close to the wall when pausing. This may take several attempts, but with luck and a bit of practice, you'll eventually get it. Watch out for the Mimic boss because he can still grab you or swat at you if you are close to the door. All zombies will pile up at the door, making this a really great spot for headshots. You can pick up the items, but they may be out of reach sometimes. You'll probably need to jump to pick up the perks and power-ups. If the orb is far away from the tower, then the bosses will just stay near the orb. But if the orb is nearby, then the bosses will pile up with the zombies. The boss might take a while to show up if he is a slow mover, but if he hasn't come after a few minutes, then you'll need to get out using Aether Shroud Tier 3 and head towards the orb. Once he gets close enough to the tower, then you can just glitch right back in. If the perks are out of reach and you are playing with a friend, then they can just grab the perks for you. Your friend can just be around the corner standing on top of this green machine, which will make them invisible to all the zombies if they are in the right spot. They can also lure the bosses back to the door for you and then head back to their glitch spot. This spot will not work with 2 players on it. Have your friend lure the zombies to give you time to get back into the wall breach. And that's it for now. See you next time.